This will be a brief introduction and walk around for the Forrest Manufacturing Model 480P horizontal blade traveling table bandsaw. The 480P is an evolutionary design from our old Model 480. It is horizontal blade machine with a blade cutting in a horizontal plane. It's often confused, so people think we're cutting in a vertical plane like a guillotine. No, this is cutting in a horizontal plane. The height of the blade is adjustable. We have hand cranks on both sides, and these are reversible ratcheting. So flip the switch one way, you're going up, switch the switch the other, you're going down. Over here we have an electronic digital counter, which can be programmed to tell you the height from the blade to the table surface. It can be programmed in inches or millimeters as you like. These machines can come with a variety of tables, either a fixed table where you slide the workpiece across the table to make the cut. This one has a traveling table for manual traverse. The idea being simply you will set the workpiece on the table, push the table to make the cut. The 480P does come with pneumatic blade tensioning, hence the P in the name. That means we're using air pressure to set the blade tension. We have an air pressure regulator. You set the pressure on the regulator, apply it, know the blade size you're using. We provide a chart that correlates that information to the actual blade tension, so you can correctly set your blade tension and know you're setting it accurately. Also rapidly, in that you've got a switch on the control panel, which I'll show you in a moment. Flip the switch, the blade detensions, tensions. This machine also includes a blade breakage detector. The mechanism there is if the blade breaks or fails otherwise, or it's just not there, the air cylinder will stroke out completely. The system detects that the cylinder has reached the end of its stroke with no resistance, calls that a fault. Also, if you do not have proper air pressure, we have an air pressure switch in the system. So the machine, if you lose air pressure, will stop, or if you don't have pressure, it won't start in the first place. One new feature on this machine we have is an adjustable guide position. So these machines have always had blade guides. This machine has roller style blade guides. And this is what we call the motor side or drive side. Over there we have the tensioning side. On this side, as before, the blade guide is fixed position. We also have a dust nozzle here. On the opposite side though, for this machine, we have added an adjustable position for the blade guide. So you've got a lock knob here. You can move the blade guide and guard. It does two things for you. First off, if you know you're only cutting something, say 2 foot wide, by shortening the free span of the blade between the blade guides, you get a more stable blade, likely giving you a better quality cut. Also, the portion of the blade that is not being used, so we have the exposed portion of the blade, the portion of the blade here that is not being used is guarded. So you can't do something unfortunate, like touching a moving blade. So simple lock knob here, holds it in position, unscrew the lock knob, move it where you want it, lock it down again. This machine has another interesting feature, and I'll have to show this from the back. The customer for this application needs to be able to match this table height up to various conveyors or other workpiece feed. So they might have a table here of some height and they want to match my table to the height of what they've got going. So we have this set up on an adjustable height. I'm going to carry the camera over, give you a view of what's going on there. Oh, as long as I'm here. Control panel, saw start, saw stop, blade tension detention, includes stack lights, flashing red light if there's a problem. Either you have a motor fault or any kind of blade fault, low air pressure, broken blade, whatever. Machine does include a fuse disconnect, and a 110 volt control voltage transformer, a magnetic motor starter with overload, a little bit of relay logic in there just to make things go smoothly. On the back side here, the mounting points where the rails attach to the saw head, well, they kind of look like Swiss cheese, but you can move the rail mounting points up, down, anchor them as you need to, and then the adjustable jack stands at either end have sufficient range to match. We get, at the end of travel, a rubber baby buggy bumper. And this bracket in between here, that's used to space the rails and make sure they're parallel. Have it in the back, not in the front, because I anticipate at the front the operator might be walking between the rails to push the table. So we have it on the back only. And we've got some additional guarding on this thing. My fabricator, who did the guarding on this machine, I told him to assume that a family of orangutans with sticks was going to try to get into the mechanical bits, and his job was to prevent that. So this is a very well guarded machine. The machine will ship with the table and rails dismounted, but otherwise pretty much ready to run. If you have any questions, would like to discuss an application, please feel free to call us here at Forrest Manufacturing. Thank you for watching.